Don't touch me. Quiet.
Just listen.
The government has told you not to come near me.
Okay.
Leave me.
He got on a yellow jacket with a hoodie.
Yeah,
and
it's a green bag.
Yeah.
Is it a green bag? Yeah.
Green bag.
We saw him down there. Is it your stuff?
No.
Okay.
Well, for the last
yeah, we saw him.
that he came here, he pushed me.
Okay.
And then when we called the cops, I guess he like tried to attack the cops,
We're
and
gonna-
they said every time we see him, call the cops.
Yep, we're gonna go try. I think last guys that came out.
And they
Okay.
couldn't get his
We're gonna get him. Yep.
Street company truck and a
Don't move. Come here. Come here. Don't move. Come here. Come here. Put the thing down.
What's wrong?
You're trespassing the place, right?
Which place? Don't touch me.
Right here.
Quiet.
I'm,
Quiet.
just listen.
Quiet.
Just listen. I'm telling you. You were
Quiet. Why do I trespass?
All right. So you were trespassed from the. Come on.
Quiet.
I don't want you to get hit by a car.
Quiet.
I don't want you to get hit by a
Quiet.
car.
Go this way.
I don't want you to get hit by a car.
Punch me.
I don't want to punch
Punch
you.
me.
I don't want to punch you.
I haven't trespassed anywhere.
So you're
I
not.
haven't trespassed anywhere.
So stop.
I haven't trespassed anywhere.
I'm not saying you touched anybody. Just listen. Listen. Use your ears.
You say I've trespassed.
No, you trespassed over there.
Where?
All these. You're not
All
allowed
these, you're not allowed
Right.
there.
All right. So I need your name.
Am I not a citizen? I don't have a name. Am I not a citizen?
No, I don't know.
What did I do that day?
All right. So you're
Hey,
trespassing
why-
my store. You were
why-
there, right?
Why
Okay.
the lady?
Do you
Why
have
the
your-
lady snapping picture?
Do you have your ID?
How
on
many
you?
times?
Do you have your ID on you?
ID.
Don't go anywhere.
Go and ask your
No,
officer.
I need your ID.
Go and ask your officer.
No.
I've been given the pride.
No,
that-
I need your ID.
Give your ID.
Go and ask.
Do
Go
you
and ask
you-
your officer.
All right. So
Go and ask your officer.
do you understand? If you
They
don't give me
say
ID,
you
you
should
can
not
get
come
locked up for
here.
obstruction.
You should not come here. I never go and
Give
stay
your
there.
ID, or you're gonna get charged. Understand? You'll get locked up if you don't give your ID.
You are a liar.
No, I'm not.
You
I'm
are a
not
liar.
lying. You'll get locked up right
You
now.
are a liar.
All right. So,
Hindering.
I'm going to lock you up on obstruction charges. If
You
don't
are
give
a
me your-
liar.
if you don't have an ID or have your name.
You are a liar.
I'm a liar for
us your
not
name.
going to charge
Go
you.
and ask your
Give
officer.
us your name.
Go and ask your
What's your
officer.
name? Make this easy.
Go and ask your officer.
No. What is your name?
Go and ask your
No,
officer.
you're a part of an
I've been told no one have to
You're
come
part
here
of
at
a
me.
trespassing
You're part of an
investigation.
investigation.
You're gonna identify
I'm a-
yourself.
I am-
Or you're gonna
I-
get locked up for obstruction.
I am.
What's your name?
I don't have a name.
Yo, okay, listen. This could go a very simple way.
Who was that?
If you don't give us your name, you're gonna get locked up.
Who was there to check my ID?
Huh?
Who was there to check my ID?
No, you're part of an investigation.
We're checking your
Who
ID.
was-
We're checking it.
You are stupid.
No.
You are stupid.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not
What's
allowed.
your name? What's your name? Listen, you don't give
You
us
are
your name, you're gonna
stupid.
get locked up. It's
You
very
are
simple.
stupid.
All right,
Okay, say what you want. I don't care.
Why who that shouldn't ask my ID? And you are coming
Sir,
to ID.
what-
Yeah, we are.
What's your name? I'm gonna ask you.
Oh, get out from
so
me.
listen, Miss Listen.
Get out.
I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Get out.
If I ask you and you don't
Get
answer,
out.
I'm going to lock you up on obstruction.
Go-
Are you
go-
okay with
go
that?
and
Are you
ask
locked
your
up on
officer.
obstruction?
Go ahead.
All right.
The government, the government have given me
Okay,
chance.
so
No officer.
I'm trying to give you an opportunity to
I
give us
don't
your name.
care your
Listen,
opportunity.
listen, give us your name. You don't get arrested. You go on your way. Don't give us your name. You get arrested. You come in with us.
Arrest me.
Okay, we're going.
Arrest me.
It's getting there. It's
Arrest
getting
me.
there. It's getting there.
Arrest me.
We're
Go
trying
and
to
ask the
avoid
officer.
that.
Go and
We're
ask.
trying
The
to
government
avoid
have
that.
said no one have to come.
We're trying to avoid that.
I don't check. You can't avoid. Who are you? What
Police.
kind? Oh, get away! You don't know the. You don't know the constitution.
Sir,
Are you bigger than the
What are you
Are
even
you bigger
talking
than
about?
Are you bigger than the government?
Would nobody?
Are you bigger than the government?
No,
We're
I'm not.
you
We're
and police. You and police. We're asking you to stop for an investigation purpose. If you don't give us your
There
name,
you go.
we're going to lock you up on obstruction. You're
Yeah.
going to go to jail. We
I
don't want
don't
to do
care.
that.
You're stupid. Arrest.
Just give us your name. We won't arrest you, and we'll let
Go
you.
and ask your officers. Go and ask your officers.
Ask them what? What do you want us to go
The
ask them?
government have announced to the whole world no one will come to me.
No, you're
Because
gonna.
my papers and whatever.
Listen.
You
were
are
positively.
paying them-
Listen. Listen.
you-
Listen.
Listen.
You were positively identified
Listen.
by an employee at
Oh,
Aldi
get away.
as someone who
Oh,
trespassed.
get away. You are causing the government. You have gotten the government cost
Listen, it's very
of changing
easy.
my name or whatever. You are caught.
It's
And
very,
you are caught
simple.
and sent
Give
to
us
court.
your name.
That
Please
you
identify
have no
the
right.
government.
You are trespassing the government of changing
What's your
my
name, buddy?
IDs,
Here, we're trying to
IDs
help
and
you.
all whatever it is.
Listen.
And cost the government.
We're giving you
and costing
multiple
the government.
opportunities to
And
give us
costing
your
the
name.
government. And costing the government. So
your name?
government are giving
What's
me
your
a
name?
warning.
What's
You
your
can't ask me anything.
Yes, I can. It's a trespassing investigation.
Go.
You have to
Go and
identify
ask your
yourself,
officers.
or you're going
Go
to get
and ask
arrested
your
for
officers.
obstruction.
Go and ask your officers.
What? I don't even know what you're saying. You're not making any sense.
We're trying to help you out here.
You
Doing
can't
it.
help me.
We're
You are
doing
not some. You are
If
not
you give
someone.
us your name, you will go free. If you don't, you will get arrested. It's very simple.
I'm not going to give you a name
Okay.
because the government said no one should have to come near me. With this ID, you are costing a lot of dollars from about the government.
Well,
you are legally changing my name, changing and
you
it goes everywhere
Sir,
and costing the government.
Sir, do you know the repercussions if you don't give us your name? Do you know what that means?
I don't care.
So here, I don't want you to get hit by a car. Come this way. Come this way. I don't want you to get hit by a car.
The police have caused the government of duplicating my names and changing.
Okay, but
And you are the one. You are
now-
sent to court to
Now
couldn't
you're
answer.
the suspect in an investigation, so you have to identify yourself. Understand?
I'm not going anywhere.
You're gonna go to jail.
I go
You're this close to-
to
You're this close to going to jail. This close. Listen, we're giving you every opportunity. You give us your name, you go free after we identify who you are. You don't give us your name, you get arrested, and we find out either way.
You arrest me and let's see who is a man here. Who the
Well,
law?
sir, that's not what we want.
Yes.
We
I don't care.
We don't want to get in an altercation with you. That's not why we're here.
I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen. I have to go to any store.
And I believe you. We're not saying.
Now,
But just because you're a citizen doesn't say that
you
you're
are
not allowed
stupid.
to be
You are
there.
stupid. Is that I have to ask my ID or here you are come to ask my ID? I said, did they ask my ID?
They don't have to. That's us. That's our
Yeah,
job.
but
That's you and
you don't know your work.
unfortunately,
You don't know your work.
No, we do.
You don't know your work.
No, we do know the work.
The security man, what is he doing? What is he doing there? He's paying free.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
shut up!
I'm gonna ask you this one more time. Would you please give us your name so we can get you going on your
You
way?
can't get me stupid.
Why not?
Go and ask your officer.
Why not? I can't. He's not here.
I
It's
don't
just us
care.
two. Why won't you give us
You
your
don't know
name?
your work. You don't know your work.
I do know my work. You're a part of a trespassing investigation
You have to identify yourself or you'll be arrested.
for obstruction, and then we're gonna find out who you are.
There are so many
So we
that
can
the cop
avoid all
have
that.
done on me,
Sir,
which
sir.
is not logic.
Sir, we don't want to argue with you. We're trying to help you. Understand?
You have cost the government so many dollars propaganding my name and propaganda and changing my whatever, my ID for whatever, about 7 times, and which have cost the government so many cities, dollars, and all this have somehow that no one have to come near me. No one have to come near
All
me.
we need is your name.
Because of my
and
ID.
go.
You need not to ask my name.
Yes, we are.
The government has already
sir.
announced.
You're
The government have already
you're a
announced.
suspect in an
The government have already announced. The government have already
Just
announced.
give us your name.
Several
dude. It's
times.
very
And
easy.
I don't have a name.
Listen, I'm giving you like 20 seconds to give us your name or you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction,
And
okay?
it's not. We don't want to.
We don't want to do that.
We want
We're
you
trying to
give us
help
your
you.
name and go
We're
and
trying to
somewhere-
I
help
don't care.
Keep your hands out of your pockets. Keep your hands out of your pockets. Do not reach in your pocket again. Understand? Okay?
Sir, we're just trying to help you out.
You can't help me.
Why-
You
why-
are stupid. You
why-
tell me you are helping.
So why can't I help
I
you?
tell you are
Tell-
stupid.
Tell me why I can't help you.
Lock me and listen.
Tell me why I can't help you.
We are helping.
I want to understand.
I'm not
I want to.
stupid.
I want to understand.
You are wasting my time.
How am I wasting your time? I want to understand why I can't help you because I might be able to help you.
Since yesterday I haven't eaten.
Yeah, we can help you with that.
Since I haven't eaten. But why you worrying me? The government is supposed to give me food.
All right, so we can work that out, but we don't need to do all this.
You are stupid to work for me. You can't even work yourself.
What's that?
Get out of here.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you one more time, sir. I'm gonna let you know your repercussions, okay? I'm gonna ask you for your name. I want you to understand, if you don't give me your name, we're going to place you in handcuffs
The
and take
government
you
has
in.
told you not to come near me.
Okay,
The
so
officers have been warned. And you yourself have been warned
So what
not to come near me.
what I'm telling you, sir.
Because you are
sir,
using
just
propaganda
just listen.
games
Just
on me.
We're trying to help
By
you.
changing my names, so many whatever it is, which have cost the government so many dollars. About 6 or 7 times you have been caught. You are sent to court, and all have arises to this that no one has to come to me.
Okay,
No one come near me.
sir, we're gonna try to help you. We're trying
I
to help
don't
you
need
out.
your help.
Okay, so what is your name? Sir, I want you to understand this.
With your propaganda,
I-
whatever.
no, I
With
don't
your
need my gun.
propaganda,
I don't-
whatever.
we don't need all
I'm
that.
not going to give you my name.
If you don't give
With
us
your so-called
so I
propaganda
just want you to
and
know
this and
before
whatever,
we
you
place you in
have no
handcuffs,
right.
before we place you
I'm
in
not going to
handcuffs,
give you my
I just
name.
want you to understand that you're going to be locked up on obstruction. Okay?
You can do whatever you want.
Due to an
You can do
investigation
whatever you
for
want.
trespassing,
You
you're
can
not
do
getting us
whatever
in the
you
van. Okay? We're going to lock you up. Come on.
Leave me.
Chew your head out.
Yeah.
256
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Stop, sir. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I'm telling you to stop. Don't fight me. No. Don't fight me. Roll over. Roll over. I'm not checking my eyes closed. Yep. All right. I got one.
You are breaking my hands. It's not a law. You are breaking my hands.
Ready?
You are breaking my hands. You are breaking my hands.
We could have avoided this, sir. City bank.
You have caused the government. You have caused the government a sum of money by propaganda my name and changing my name. And
Do not bite us.
You don't get them.
Do not bite.
That's not dumb. Why got dumb? My God, kill this man. Down. Get him up down. Get up. Touch it down. Get it down. Touch it down. Hold it down.
We got him in cuffs.
Touch it down. Touch it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down.
Sir, roll on your side so you can breathe. Alright, come on. I'm going to sit you up.
Sir, sit up. Watch, I don't want to bite your head. Just watch, I want you to go on the knees. Oh, you know what? Don't matter. Just watch when he bites, alright? Come on. Sir, we could have avoided all this.
Sir, we really could have.
Okay, you got gloves on. Here, I'll press. Stop. Just stop, sir.
Holy Ghost down. Holy Ghost down. Holy Ghost down.
You gotta stop resisting.
Down.
Stop, sir. Stop.
Stop. Dude, relax.
What are you doing
I don't
with
want
my
to.
leg? What are you doing with my leg?
Spread your legs, sir.
I said, cut up a bum.
Spread your legs, sir.
Cut it bum. Have it bum. Cut up bum. Holy Ghost bum. Bum. Bum.
Sir, you gotta stop.
Bum. 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 Holy Ghost bum. Cut it bum.
Stop craving me.
How's it bum? Bum. Bum.
I didn't lock him. Don't lock him.
Bum. Cardi. Butibba. Gedibba. Butibba. Sam. Butibba. Butibba.
You good?
Butibba. 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 Butibba.
Yeah, he was down the street already.
Butibba.
We saw him.
Butibba. 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 Ba. Ba. Holy Ghost 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 ba. Ba. Ba.
I held them.
Ba.
That's what we do for you.
Ba. Ba. Ba.
Over there.
Holy Ghost ba.
Everybody should keep. I want to go back to the
I tried numerous times.
This has sum up to the government that no one have to come nearer me. You have blocked the road so that I cannot even go and visit my own kids, wives and family. Secondly, I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten. You think I'm stupid for your crook money? You put powder, you put medicine in my food. You have been putting medicine in my food, and you are caught, and you have been caught. The cops have been putting medicine in my food, and you are caught several times. The cops have been putting certain medicine in my food, and they have been caught several times. The cops and the chiefs have been doing that. The cops and the chief have been doing that. The cops and the chief have been doing that, and they are caught several times. The cops themselves have been caught several times. You try to knock me down with your legs and hitting my legs here and there. If I fall down, if I fall down, I will get a fracture and wounds. The way you are hitting me, my legs, the way you are hitting my legs, when I fall down, I will get a fracture. I will even get a fracture. Even the kitchen food, the kitchen soup, the chief and his elders sent sent medicine for the kitchen to put medicine in my food for me to die. So you can't tell me I have to go to kitchen soup and serve myself. You can't tell me to go to kitchen soup or any of the whatever servers to give me food, because the police themselves have been putting medicine in my food. And the chief and the elders sent this medicine to kitchen soup for them to put in my food. You have been caught several times putting medicine in my food. You and the cops, you and the chief himself, you are caught several times sending my this medicine to kitchen soup, so that anytime I go there, they put whatever in my food. So how can you tell me that the police have to give me food? How can you say the police have to supply me food? How can you tell me the soldiers have to supply me food with this character of records? How can you tell me the government can bring me food through the cops food and the same cops food, and you yourself always try to make IDs, and you still you have some. You get some in your own and move to banks with whatever it is to steal my money, and you have been caught. That's why you want to make. You are trying to make ID. I'm not going to make any fingerprint there for you to have ID of me. So you to have ID of me and use my ID to steal my own money at different places where you have been caught several times. This is your game. I'm not going to do any fingerprint for you to do my ID cards and hide others and go and steal with my own money. Whilst you have been caught, not once. I'm not going to make any fingerprints so that whenever you do my ID, you have others and steal with my own money.
Do you understand if you fight us, we're going to have to, restrain you and bring you inside? We're going to bring you inside anyway, but don't fight us, please. We don't want to keep doing this. All right?
I have a mouth. I have to talk to defend myself and talk to the whole world.
I'm just telling you.
I have to talk to the whole world.
All right.
Come on, sir.
I have to come and slap you. Why do you say I'm fighting you? Have I slapped you? Have I slapped you? Why do you say you are fighting you?
Tried to slap us. That's why the whole thing happened.
Why do you say you are always fighting you?
Hey, that was a lot of food you just paid for.
Yeah, it was for the kids.
70 plates isn't cheap. What do you do for work?
I'm just having lunch.
People usually don't spend like that unless they got money coming from somewhere.
Why are you asking me this?
Just making conversation. Mind if I see some ID?
The body cam footage begins without warning, shaky and slightly tilted. The sound of plates clinking and low chatter filling the air. The lens catches a quiet restaurant at lunchtime. Nothing dramatic at first, just tables, chairs, and people eating. Then the camera pans and settles on a single table near the window. A black man sits alone, calm, focused on his food, unaware that this ordinary moment is about to spiral into something that will destroy a career and expose a mindset that should never exist in law enforcement. Nothing about the scene looks staged. Nothing looks exaggerated. That is what makes what happens next so disturbing. Before I continue, pause for a second. Where are you watching from right now? Drop your country or city in the comments. And if stories like this matter to you, please subscribe. It truly helps, and it allows me to keep bringing these stories to light. The man at the table was off duty. No badge visible, no jacket with letters on the back. Just a plain shirt, a tray of food, and a tired posture that came from a long week of work. Earlier that same afternoon, he had done something that barely anyone would ever know about if not for the body cam footage that captured the aftermath. A group of school children had walked into the restaurant with their teacher. They were loud, excited, full of energy, as 70 kids in total, the kind of noise that turns heads and makes adults sigh. The teacher looked stressed, counting heads, trying to keep them together. It was clear this was not an easy job. The man noticed them while waiting for his own food. He watched as the kids lined up, some unsure if there would be enough meals, others staring at the menu like it was something special. Without standing up, without announcing anything, he walked to the counter and paid for 70 plates of rice. No speech, no recording, no attention-seeking, just a quiet decision made out of empathy. He had kids at home. He understood what it meant for a child to feel included. When the food was ready and the teacher realized what had happened, she thanked him repeatedly. The kids waved, some smiled, then they left just as quickly as they arrived. The restaurant returned to its normal state, but someone else had been watching too. The body cam wearer was already inside before the children arrived. He was in uniform, sitting at a different table. His camera was active, not because of a call, not because of an incident, just running. He watched the kids eat. He watched the teacher thank the man, and most importantly, he watched the man pay. His eyes stayed fixed on him longer than necessary. The camera caught it all. The silence, the staring, the pause. After the children left, the man returned to his seat and finally began eating his own meal. He hadn't even taken 3 bites when the officer stood up. The body cam rose with him, the angle adjusting as he walked across the room. No urgency, no reason, just a slow, deliberate approach. The officer stopped at the table without being invited. The camera pointed down slightly, framing the man from above. The power imbalance was immediate. The restaurant noise faded into the background as the officer cleared his throat. He didn't identify himself properly. He didn't explain why he was there. He didn't ask if everything was okay. Instead, he looked at the empty tray still stacked nearby from the children's meals, and then back at the man's plate. His tone was casual, but the intent was not. He asked how the man was able to afford all that food. It wasn't phrased as a compliment. It wasn't curiosity. It was suspicion. The kind that doesn't come from evidence but from assumption. The body cam picked up the slight pause after the question. The man looked up slowly, clearly confused, but not alarmed. He answered calmly, explaining that he simply wanted to help the kids. Nothing more. That should have been the end of it. But the officer didn't leave. He shifted his weight. He shifted his weight, asked where the man worked, asked what he did for a living. Each question sounded harmless on the surface, but when played back later, the pattern was impossible to ignore. The officer never asked anyone else in the restaurant these questions. Not the families, not the couples, just him. The man answered briefly. He didn't volunteer extra details. He didn't raise his voice. He kept eating between questions, clearly hoping the interaction would end. But the officer seemed irritated by the calmness. He circled the table slightly, the camera now capturing the man's hands, his food, the edge of the table. The lens lingered like it was searching for something wrong. The officer then made a comment about how people should live within their means. It was said lightly, almost jokingly, but it landed heavy. The man stopped chewing. He looked up again, this time longer. Still no anger, just disbelief. What the officer didn't know, or perhaps didn't care to consider, was that the man he was questioning spent his days working federal cases. He investigated crimes that crossed state lines. He had testified in courtrooms. He had been trained to stay calm under pressure. He knew how these situations escalated, and he knew how easily a wrong reaction could be used against him. The body cam shows the officer leaning closer, lowering his voice slightly. He asked if the money used for the meals was earned legally. That was the moment the air changed. A few heads in the restaurant turned. Not enough to intervene, but enough to sense tension. If you're watching this and you think that question crossed a line, type agree in the comments, because what happens next proves it did. The man finally asked why he was being questioned. His voice stayed level. No insults, no accusations, just a simple question. The officer did not answer directly. Instead, he referenced general concerns, vague ideas about suspicious activity, nothing specific. The body cam audio captured the lack of substance clearly. Then the officer asked for identification. At this point, the man paused, not because he was afraid, but because he understood the weight of what was happening. He reached into his pocket slowly and placed his identification on the table. He did not announce what it was. He did not wave it. He simply set it down and slid it forward. The officer picked it up. The body cam angle shifted slightly as the officer looked down. The pause that followed was long, too long. The camera captured his breathing change. The confidence he had moments earlier evaporated. His posture stiffened. The identification was real. Federal clear. The officer looked back at the man, then back at the ID. For a brief second, the restaurant noise returned. Forks scraping plates. Someone laughing in the distance. The officer said nothing. The camera shook slightly as his hand tightened. The man calmly explained that he was off duty enjoying lunch and that there was no reason for this interaction to continue. Still no raised voice, still no threat, just facts. The officer stepped back half a step. The body cam caught the confusion, the internal recalculation. He mumbled something about just doing his job, but the damage was already done. The questions were on record, the assumptions were documented, the tone was preserved forever. What the officer didn't realize was that his own body cam would become the strongest piece of evidence against him. Not edited, not cut, raw. The interaction ended awkwardly. The officer handed back the identification and walked away without apology. The man finished his meal quietly. No confrontation, no scene, just another example of restraint that should never be required. But the story didn't end there. The footage didn't stay buried. It was reviewed, then reviewed again. Supervisors watched it. Internal departments flagged it. The questions that followed were not kind to the officer. Why this man? Why these questions? Why now? As the video spread, internally, context surfaced. Witness statements confirmed the man had paid for the children's meals. Staff confirmed there was no disturbance, no complaint, no reason for intervention. And the body cam told the rest. This was only the beginning. The calm lunch, the quiet generosity, the unnecessary approach. What followed would unravel faster than anyone expected. Stay with me. The next part is where everything changes. The next clip from the body cam does not show confrontation or raised voices. It shows something quieter, and in many ways more damaging. It shows the officer sitting alone in his patrol car, the engine idling, his hands resting on the steering wheel longer than necessary. The camera stays fixed on the dashboard, but the audio captures shallow breathing and the faint crackle of the radio. This was not part of any call. This was the pause that comes when someone realizes they crossed a line and cannot step back over it. The officer did not write a report about the interaction at the restaurant. That alone would later raise questions. Instead, he drove off and continued his shift as if nothing had happened. But body cam footage does not forget. It records everything. Even when the wearer hopes, it will blend into hours of meaningless routine. What the officer did not know was that the restaurant had already submitted a routine request to preserve footage, not because of a complaint, but because one of the staff members recognized the man who paid for the children's food. They had seen him before, always polite, always quiet. And that day, something about the officer's approach felt wrong to them. They did not make a scene. They did not intervene. They simply followed protocol and flagged the time. Later that evening, the off-duty agent reported the interaction through the proper channel. Not emotionally, not dramatically, just facts. Location, time, questions asked, body cam present. He did not demand punishment. He did not use loaded language. He understood how these systems worked. He understood that credibility came from restraint. The next morning, supervisors pulled the footage. The body cam video was watched in full. No skipping, no fast forwarding. From the moment the officer entered the restaurant to the moment he walked out, the room stayed silent as the questions played back. How did you afford that? Where do you work? People should live within their means. Was the money earned legally? Each question on its own might have been dismissed by someone looking for excuses. Together they formed a pattern that could not be ignored. The review did not stop there. They compared the footage to the officer's previous body cam recordings. Similar interactions appeared. Different people, same tone, same assumptions, always subtle enough to avoid immediate backlash, never blatant enough to draw instant discipline. Until now. This time, the target had credentials. This time, the camera did not lie. If you're still following closely, let me ask you something. Do you think moments like this happen more often than people realize? If you do, type yes and keep watching. The officer was placed on administrative leave before the end of the week. No public announcement, no dramatic escort out of the building. Just a quiet removal from duty pending investigation. Internally, the language was careful, but the message was clear. This was serious. The body cam footage was then requested by an external oversight unit. That request alone shifted the balance. Once outside eyes get involved, narratives change. The footage was no longer just an internal matter. It became a record. Meanwhile, the agent went back to work. He did not give interviews. He did not post online. He did not tell his story publicly. He let the process unfold the way it was designed to. That choice would later matter more than people realized. As the investigation expanded, analysts slowed the footage down frame by frame. They studied body language, positioning, the officer's choice to stand over the seated man, the way the camera angled downward, the lack of any stated reason for contact. These details mattered. In training, officers are taught that authority must be justified, not assumed. The officer was interviewed. The body cam recorded that too. He claimed he was making casual conversation. He said he was curious. He said he meant no harm. But when asked why he singled out that specific man, his answers became inconsistent. He referenced general awareness, community policing, gut feeling. None of it matched policy. The most damaging moment came when the interviewer asked why he believed the purchase of food required explanation at all. There was a pause, the kind that cannot be coached away. The body cam captured it cleanly. That pause would later be quoted in formal findings. As weeks passed, the footage leaked, not to social media at first, but to internal channels. Officers watched it. Some defended him quietly. Others shook their heads. Many recognized the behavior, not because they supported it, but because they had seen it before. When the video finally became public, it did not explode immediately. It spread slowly, then steadily. Viewers noticed the tone before they noticed the words. The comments focused on the same thing over and over. Why was he questioned at all? The department released a short statement acknowledging the investigation. No names, no conclusions, just acknowledgement. That was enough. Civil attorneys reached out, not to stir drama, but to advise. The agent listened. He reviewed options. He did not rush. He understood that lawsuits are not about revenge. They are about accountability. The claim was filed quietly. $500,000, not an inflated number, not symbolic, calculated. It cited emotional distress, violation of rights, and professional harm. It included timestamps, quotes, still frames from the body cam. The officer was notified. That notification changed everything. From that point on, every action he took was documented, every statement reviewed, every past complaint re-examined. The investigation widened, not because of the lawsuit alone, but because the footage forced a deeper look. Supervisors began asking hard questions about training, about oversight, about patterns that had been ignored because they were uncomfortable to confront. The body cam footage became training material, not publicly, internally. Recruits watched it without context first, then with explanation. The contrast was intentional. The officer's defense continued to weaken. His explanations did not evolve. They repeated. That repetition made them less believable with each retelling. Eventually, a decision was made. The officer's employment was terminated, not suspended, not reassigned, terminated. The language in the notice was precise. Conduct unbecoming, violation of departmental policy, loss of public trust. The body cam footage was cited directly. No dramatic press conference followed, just a document, a signature, an end. The lawsuit moved forward without delay. The department chose not to fight it publicly. Mediation began. The footage left little room for argument. The questions were there. The tone was there. The lack of cause was there. $500,000 was agreed upon. No admission of wrongdoing in writing, but actions speak louder than disclaimers. The settlement included mandatory changes, training updates, review protocols, body cam audits. None of these were favors. They were conditions. As for the agent, he declined interviews. When asked why, he gave a simple answer. He said the video already told the story. If you've made it this far, let me know by typing still here. Because the final part brings everything together. The body cam footage did what it was meant to do. It documented truth without emotion, without bias, without narrative, just reality. And in doing so, it ended a career that should never have been built on assumptions in the first place. What remains is not just a story about one officer or one lunch. It is about how small choices, when recorded, can reveal much larger problems. By this point, the footage had been copied, archived, reviewed, and timestamped more times than the officer could count. Every second mattered. Every pause mattered. The lack of justification mattered most. Internal review boards do not look for emotion, they look for reason, and in this case there was none. The department assembled a panel, not rushed, not reactive. They followed protocol because they had to. The presence of a federal agent changed the stakes, but it did not change the standards. If anything, it made them stricter. The panel reviewed policy language side by side with the footage. They asked one simple question again and again. What legal reason existed for that contact? No one could answer it. The officer was given another opportunity to explain himself. This time with representation present, he repeated earlier claims. Casual conversation, community engagement, awareness. But each explanation collapsed under the same weight. If it was casual, why the questions about money? If it was engagement, why no greeting or explanation? If it was awareness, why no observable threat? The fake cop body cam did not capture intent, but it captured behavior. That was enough. A written finding was issued. It was longer than most people would expect. These documents always are. They detail not just what happened, but why it matters. They reference training manuals, case law, prior rulings. They explain how indirect bias manifests, how authority without cause becomes intimidation, and how selective questioning erodes trust even when no arrest is made. The officer was informed that termination was final. Appeals were possible, but unlikely to succeed. The finding was airtight. It did not rely on public opinion or outrage. It relied on recorded fact. At the same time, the settlement moved forward. $500,000 is a number that sounds large when spoken quickly. In reality, it represented something very specific. It accounted for legal risk, for professional harm, for the fact that a federal agent, even off-duty, should never have to justify generosity or exist under suspicion without cause. The settlement agreement included clauses that mattered more than the money: mandatory retraining across the department, independent review of body cam stops, random audits, clearer language around consensual encounters versus investigative ones. These were not symbolic gestures. They were enforceable. The department signed. The story could have ended there. On paper, it did. But the body cam footage continued to do work long after the signatures dried. It was used in closed-door training sessions. New recruits watched it without commentary, just the raw footage. They were asked to identify the moment where things went wrong. Most pointed to the same place, the first question, not the last one, not the request for identification, the first assumption. Then they were shown the context, the children, the meals, the quiet act of kindness. The contrast landed hard. If you agree that training like this should be mandatory everywhere, type truth in the comments. The agent never sought the spotlight. He did not appear on panels. He did not write opinion pieces. He continued his work. That decision became part of the reason the case held weight. There was no exaggeration, no performance, just consistency. When asked privately why he chose to pursue the claim, he gave a short answer. He said it was not about what happened to him. It was about what would keep happening to others if nothing changed. The restaurant returned to normal. Tables filled, trays stacked, new groups came and went. The teacher never knew how far that quiet lunch would ripple outward. Neither did the children. And that was fine. Good deeds do not require witnesses. The officer's name faded from public discussion quickly. That is how these things usually go. Careers end quietly when facts are clear. There were no rallies, no interviews defending his actions. The footage had already spoken. This is not a story about a perfect victim or a cartoon villain. It is about a moment that could have been avoided with one simple choice. Walk away. Mind your business. Treat people equally. Instead, suspicion was chosen. The camera was on. And because of that, accountability followed. Stories like this do not always end this way. Many never reach review boards. Many are never recorded. That is why this one matters. Not because it is shocking, but because it is ordinary. A lunch, a question, a pause, a record, and once recorded, it could not be undone. If you stayed until the end, I appreciate you. These stories only matter if they are seen, understood, and remembered. And if you believe accountability should never depend on who someone is, but on what is proven, make sure you are subscribed, because the camera does not blink and neither should.